If we're going to get a billion people in virtual reality, we have to keep working on both affordability and quality. But we also have to find the sweet spot in the middle. That high-quality, affordable experience that doesn't tether you to a PC. So today, I'm excited to announce the first product in this sweet spot. It's an all-new standalone headset that doesn't require you to snap in a phone or attach a cable. We're calling it Oculus Go. And Oculus Go is the most accessible VR experience ever. It's an all-in-one headset. It's great for playing games, for watching movies, and for hanging out with friends. And the price is only $199. And it's going to ship early next year.
Let's talk about standalone VR. As Mark said, standalone is this sweet spot between mobile and PC VR. And we're starting to invest in this new category with a focus on two things. Accessibility. We're going to bring more people into VR. And innovation. We're pushing the envelope on the experiences that you can build. Oculus Go, as you saw, is our first standalone product. It's an all-in-one experience, hands down, the easiest way for people to get into VR. And for our developer community, it's a platform for you to expand the reach of the apps and experiences that you're already building. You know, we think people are going to spend a lot more time in VR when they get a standalone device. So we really wanted Oculus Go to be a leap in both comfort and visual clarity. First of all, Oculus Go is super lightweight, despite the fact that it's an all-in-one full mobile computer. Secondly, we designed soft elastic straps with really high adjustability. So it feels natural to wear it. And it practically disappears when you're in VR. And third, we designed a facial interface with a new mesh fabric that's extremely breathable and a foam layer that conforms beautifully to your face. It feels incredibly soft to wear. We also wanted Oculus Go to deliver the best visual clarity of any VR product we've ever built. So Oculus Go will ship with an all-new custom optical design. The lenses are the next generation of the ones on Oculus Rift. Same wide field of view and significantly reduced glare. Now, we matched these custom lenses with a WQHD fast switch LCD display that is specifically optimized for VR. It has a much wider or higher pixel fill factor than OLEDs. And that has a dramatic effect on visual clarity. It reduces the screen door effect, so you get much sharper text and beautifully defined images. We haven't seen this kind of visual clarity in VR before. It's awesome. And lastly, Oculus Go also ships with an integrated spatial audio experience. The audio drivers, oh yeah. The audio drivers are built right into the headset, so you can use them without headphones if you want. It makes getting in and out of VR much faster and also much easier to share with another person. Gear VR and Oculus Go are binary compatible. Their apps are binary compatible, and they share the same controller input set. That means if you're building for Gear VR, you're also building for Oculus Go. And we're bringing the best of our library from Gear VR to Oculus Go on day one. Also, thanks to our amazing friends at Unity and Epic, you can now also build for Oculus Go in Unity and Universal Engine. We will start shipping Oculus Go dev kits to you, our developers, in November.
Last year, we talked about how the key to unlocking new categories of VR experiences is inside-out tracking. Right? It's this idea that instead of having cameras around the room that look at you to determine your location, you put the cameras on the headset and use computer vision software to determine your location as you move through space. So last year at OC3, we gave you an early look at our progress on building inside-out tracking. And today, I am happy to announce that we're going to have Santa Cruz headsets in your hands, in the hands of developers, in the next year. And it's going to ship with 6 degrees of freedom tracked controllers. And so this is a big deal, right? Because this is the first time that anyone has ever shown a complete experience of inside-out tracking working on a standalone headset and fully tracked controllers. So here's what it looks like.
Since the beginning of this journey, we've been asking ourselves, would it be possible to one day get the magic of Rift into a portable, fully untethered VR device? Could we deliver the magic of Rift without a PC? Well, let's talk about the future. That question I just asked is what originally kicked off the Santa Cruz project. And last year, right at Oculus Connect, we demoed the first generation Santa Cruz prototype. It was an early prototype. It had a full mobile computer strapped to the back of your head, so not quite a super ergonomic masterpiece. But it gave us a powerful platform to build and demonstrate a standalone VR headset with inside-out tracking. It's hard to explain, but the feeling that you get when you're completely untethered is this overwhelming sense of freedom in VR. Now, the second you have that freedom of movement, you really want to walk up to everything and interact with it. You really want your hands in VR. You want that magic and freedom that you get with touch. So the next step with Santa Cruz was to build an amazing controller. And that's what we did. The same award-winning team that created Touched designed the Santa Cruz controllers. And you're gonna love these. We carried over the features that made Touch so successful. You have both grip and trigger buttons, and the ergonomics that make these controllers disappear in your hands. Also, we designed the Santa Cruz controllers with a touchpad, which is very intuitive to users and gives developers more flexibility to create great experiences in this new category. Now, these are still prototypes, but they already look incredible and feel great in your hands. And I promise you'll get to try them before too long. So let's take a look at how the Santa Cruz controllers work. We use the same constellation tracking technology that we developed for Rift and Touch, using these tiny LEDs. We, of course, want the controllers to sort of discreetly fade away into the background. So we built our tracking system with infrared LEDs that are not visible to the human eye, but they are visible to the sensors. I'm sure you already noticed the Santa Cruz controllers look different from Touch. The tracking ring is in a totally different position. Well, that's because Santa Cruz tracks the controllers using the same sensors that enable inside-out tracking of the headset. And we specifically decided to use 4 ultra-wide angle sensors here and place them strategically to maximize tracking coverage. The top sensors in particular are placed very close to the edges, and they're pointed slightly backwards so they can see when the controller is above your head. And by the way, we also tried a system with just 2 sensors in the earlier phases of this project, and we found that it was really limiting. You can see that here. Tracking controllers with just your visual field of view in VR really restricts the experience, and especially what you can do with your hands. Now, here's how this looks when you go to 4 sensors. You get a much wider tracking volume, more natural and unrestricted movement with your hands. Now, what's really cool is to see this in action. With this 4-sensor tracking architecture, something as simple as picking up an object and throwing it becomes delightful. You can see how smooth the tracking is from every angle here. And from here, you can imagine actions like, a tennis serve, or, bow and arrow, or a quick draw. It gives you just a really good idea for the incredible freedom of movement that Santa Cruz can deliver. I want to turn to our most powerful VR device, Oculus Rift. Rift pioneered VR magic to the world. And touch changed the game by giving us hand presence in VR with such high fidelity that you can naturally do things like throwing and catching a frisbee while flying, why not, in 0 gravity, or holding a comic book in your hands and flipping through the pages just like the real thing. This past July, we launched the Summer of Rift promotion, and we ran it for a few weeks. It was a huge success, and the Rift community grew a lot. Now check this out. We're making a bold move. We're setting a new permanent price for Oculus Rift and Touch. Starting today, Rift and Touch will be available for $399. The best VR system, now at the best price, period. First of all, in response to the feedback that we received from a lot of you in our developer community, we're launching a new program called Oculus for Business. This program is designed for developers, small business owners, and enterprises, basically for companies who want to explore VR to create new workflows or completely change how they serve their customers. We're kicking off this program with a new Oculus Rift bundle. The bundle includes Rift and Touch, as well as an extra sensor for room-scale VR and extra facial interfaces. You also get a full VR commercial license, enterprise-grade warranty, and dedicated customer support. Plus, businesses can now place bulk orders. Here are many more of these global leaders that are working with this developer community right now to bring VR into their businesses. It's great to see VR continue to expand so quickly across an impressive range of industries. If you want to learn more, check out our website. So that's what I wanted to cover today from our hardware roadmap. There's a bunch of things we're really excited about here. Number one, Gear VR continues to lead the mobile VR category. Number two, delivering our first standalone VR device, Oculus Go, super comfortable and easy to wear, the best visual clarity you've seen in VR, and a very accessible price that will bring more and more people into this community. Number three, a new milestone for our industry with Santa Cruz, the first complete standalone VR system with full inside-out tracking and hand presence. And number four, Oculus Rift, now permanently available at $399, the best VR system, now at the best price. End of story. Now we get to talk about software. We've been working on some really cool updates to the Rift platform, and to share that with all of you now, please welcome Nate Mitchell.
At Oculus, we believe VR is a fundamentally new computing platform, one that we'll use every day to work, play, and connect. As Hugo mentioned, we're constantly pushing forward in hardware. But this morning, I'm excited to share more about how we're also realizing this future through software. Over the past year, we've rebuilt Rift's core software experience from the ground up to lay the foundation for the future of VR computing. We call it Rift Core 2.0, and it's the biggest update to Rift yet. Core 2.0 makes Rift more powerful, more intuitive, and more personal. Today, I want to introduce two of the most important new systems in the Core 2.0 update. We've been looking forward to sharing these with you for a very long time, so let's dive right in. First, we've taken all the functionality that was in Universal Menu and Oculus Home, and we've replaced it with a brand new system interface designed specifically for touch. I'm excited to introduce your new command center for Rift, Oculus Dash. And it runs as a 3D overlay, so it opens inside your current experience. There's no need to go back to home. You just open up Dash where you are. And where the old UI was designed for gamepad, we've designed Dash natively for touch. You can just swipe naturally to scroll, and once you've found what you're looking for, you simply tap to select it. It feels great. Dash completely streamlines complex actions. I can easily jump from one app to another directly from Dash. Or, let's say Hugo invites me to play some Rec Room. I can open up Dash, accept the invite, and we're off. But that's just scratching the surface of what Dash is capable of. And that's because Dash unlocks the full power of your PC, letting you use your desktop apps from inside VR. This is a total game changer. Imagine I'm jumping across the galaxy in Elite Dangerous, and I want to check out the latest music video from Odessa. With Dash, I can take the video in Chrome, pin it to the side, and it stays there permanently as a 3D overlay inside my cockpit. The possibilities here for multitasking with your PC are endless. You can check the latest news in a web browser. You could set the perfect playlist in Spotify, or even stay in touch with friends over Messenger. And as you can see, this is more than just a mirror of your physical monitor. Your workspace here is infinite. Every application can have its own virtual display, and they can be positioned anywhere at the right size and scale for VR. These are true virtual displays, enabled at a hardware level on the GPU, with best-in-class performance and visual quality, using the same underlying technology that we use for asynchronous space warp. And as hardware improves and resolutions get better, we're now on a path to replacing traditional monitors entirely. It took a huge amount of work under the hood to get this right. A big thank you to our friends at NVIDIA and AMD for all their support. Internally, our teams are already getting a ton of benefit from having access to their traditional development tools inside VR. We actually use Dash with Visual Studio to debug Dash from inside Dash. That is as awesome as it sounds. And these same workflows work with Unreal and Unity too. Now, Dash is built using React VR, our open source framework for VR UI. This makes Dash super extensible, and we're really looking forward to working with the developer community to add more to Dash in the future. So, that's Dash. Altogether, Dash is a massive step forward for the workspace of the future and VR computing. This is groundbreaking technology that you won't find anywhere else, and we're thrilled to enable it first on Rift. Now, the next major highlight of Core 2.0 is Oculus Home. This is what Home looks like today. One of the most requested features for Rift has always been the ability to create and customize your own space. And with Dash taking on more of the platform UI, Home's freed up to be more personal and more immersive. So we leveled Home and rebuilt it. Let's check it out. We have furniture, toys, even works of art. And you can place these items anywhere in the room using touch. They just snap into place super easily. And of course, you can mess with reality a bit too. Now, there are a bunch of fun new features inside Home. Your achievements can be put up on display for your friends to come check out. And your collection of apps actually comes to life as old school cartridges that can be launched from inside Home. You can even play with fireworks or practice your aim from the safety of your virtual living room. We also wanted Home to deliver an even greater level of presence. Now, Home has a much more realistic and vibrant look, with state-of-the-art lighting and dynamic soft shadows powered by Unreal Engine 4. And it looks absolutely stunning in Rift. Finally, your space is now completely persistent. You can share with friends or visit your friends' spaces to see what they've created. You can even leave your friends a note for the next time they log in. This initial update to Home is really focused on customization, but we're going to be making it easy for you and your friends to hang out in Home and even create shared spaces together in the future. So, that's a quick preview of Rift Core 2.0. I'm excited to announce that Rift Core 2.0, the beta, will be available this December as a free update to all Rift users. When it comes to Rift, we are really just getting started. Home and Dash are both fundamental parts of our vision for the future of VR computing, and we're looking forward to sharing much more with you in the year ahead. Thanks so much.
I'm super excited to announce you and to introduce you to the brand new Oculus avatars. This is a brand new visual style that gives people more ways to customize skin, clothing, and hair color independently. Some of us in the team have a vested interest in unusual hair color. With this update, we're giving people trillions of permutations. And with the redesign, we're also adding the ability for people to unlock custom avatar clothing and accessories that you create to match your game or app. For example, this is an awesome skin we're making available for people to celebrate Res Infinite coming to Oculus. Our new avatars are coming to Rift and mobile in 2018. You'll be able to take Oculus avatars to other platforms, including Steam and Daydream, in 2018.
It's great to be here at OC4. I wanted to show you how we're updating Oculus avatars to be more dynamic and expressive. Our new skin shading makes for a more realistic look, and our new clothing options help you personalize to your own style. We're also adding real-time mouth movement, driven by our lip sync library. And we've worked hard to make the eyes feel true to human behavior. They'll identify and track interesting objects in the scene around you. We really think that these changes make social experiences more fun and engaging, and we're excited to introduce them to you next year. Thank you very much. Now back to you, Christina.
First, for everyone already in the headset, we're still making the store better. It's the first point of discovery for most people. Nate just introduced you to the new Oculus Home on Rift. And early next year, Rift will include an amazing new store. This is just a hint of what's to come. But as you know, not everyone owns a headset yet. So for now, it's still super important for us to help increasing awareness of your work and really VR itself with people outside of VR too. And this is a multi-threaded effort for us. First, one of the ways we think we can help is to make it super easy for your app to be seen on Facebook. It's where your fans can become evangelists. So we've built hooks directly into the platform to make it easier. From inside your app, you can dream up all these creative ways to let people capture videos and stills, and then call the brand new Share API to let people quickly and easily post to Facebook.
we want to allow creators to distribute their immersive content beyond the boundary of the headset, so that people can discover and share immersive experiences with all of their friends, no matter where they are. By linking virtual platforms to the Facebook platform, we can make this possible. Starting today, objects created in VR can be shared in a new, more engaging way with a completely native 3D media type in your news feed. Introducing the Facebook 3D Post. It's interactive, and it's immediately responsive to scroll and touch. It makes content pop off the screen. And you can do this today with anything that you create from Medium or marker drawings from Spaces. Now, these posts use a standard 3D format, so soon we're going to be widening support for even more 3D creation tools. And we plan to open up an API for any developer to share 3D posts from your app to Facebook. So not only can you share these creations from VR to Facebook, you can actually move them in and out of VR seamlessly. And this is really cool. Since Spaces gives you access to all of your Facebook content, any piece of Medium art on Facebook can now become a virtual object in Facebook Spaces. And soon there'll be more ways to apply this technology. For instance, you could take a VR sculpture into AR and create an AR object using the Facebook camera, and then bring that object into your real-world environment. Very cool. We'll also be able to create fully interactive 3D scenes for people to discover on Facebook, like this one. So you can see how the objects are animated, and you can even open the door by just scrolling your finger. It is so fun. And we can't wait to open this up to more 3D content types, so all VR creators can share their work in brand new ways. We're working toward a world where everyone can share their immersive experiences seamlessly, and everyone can contribute their creativity. That's what's awesome about Facebook. People and developers and professional creators all coming together in communities, sharing meaningful moments and impactful experiences with each other, but now with a whole new dimension. Thank you.